I'm just finishing eating. I ate a bit of chocolate just before I was about to do this. Hiya, how are you? Thank you for watching Word Up. We are up and running this week with our Patreon. I say up and running. We'll have a wee bit of an extra content sort of episode for you. So if you want to subscribe to the Patreon and pay what you feel, come on ahead and please and thank you for supporting us. Really do appreciate anybody that does sign up. Obviously, as I said, once we get established, we'll try and put a bit more on there. But for the minute, we're just going to try and put up as much as we can so that Patreon subscribers get a wee bit extra. And you'll also get access to tickets and things like that earlier whenever we're doing our live show. And also whenever I am putting on my show in the new year. Also, I want to say that if you want to come out, if you fancy coming to see a wee bit of comedy next week, I am on in the Laugh Chapel. That's in Voodoo in Belfast, just off Castle Street. It's a really good night. So it's on the 4th of October. Tickets on their website or go and look at my link tree. I'll put a wee link up there. Also on Saturday, I'm going to be in the Black Box for Coven Theatre. That is Saturday the 7th of October. Trying out wee bits of new material and things like that. So come along for a laugh to that if you fancy it. Another night out. Darren Matthews is my guest today. He's a brilliant guy. Love having my wee regular friends on because it's people that I know that I can banter with and have a laugh and bring you a good wee podcast. He is currently hosting the Sunflower Comedy Club. That happens once a month on a Sunday. You get 10 comedians for £10. It's a brilliant one. And also Panic Station in Newry with my good friend McCooey. So I'll put a wee link up to that on my link tree as well if you're interested. But come along and enjoy the show. And once again, if you can, go ahead to the Patreon. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Hello, welcome to another episode of Word Up. I'm here with my good friend Darren Matthews, and we have a special mascot in the gaff today. We have Bailey, who is an adorable little Shih Tzu. I shit you not. Did you like it? You like that, didn't you?
You thought about that since I mentioned I was going to bring the dog, didn't you?
No, I didn't even know. I didn't realise.
He's under the table, everybody. But we'll Lion King cameo him later.
Yes, we will. You have to do that. We'll have to do that.
See his cool stitches.
Savannah.
Like, because people are going to be like staying on like this podcast, the same. So
just to see the doggy. He is like, adorable.
Oh yeah, the reveal's
There's
not to the end.
There's definitely a dog under this table.
There'll be 50 minutes before you get to see the pup.
Yeah, and he had to have an operation.
He did. He has he's stitched up now like a Frankenstein monster, one on the shoulder, one underneath. He had a hernia.
So you can literally say you're a pain in the neck because his wee neck's all stitched.
Well, he's not too bad now. Although he has one of those wee post-surgery balloons.
I know, he's adorable. He's sitting walking about there like an Elizabethan.
Like the Tudor collar.
Yeah, just so cute. Oh yeah, Tudor collar. Is that what it is? Was I wrong then?
No,
do you know what? I would love to do the Tudor costume though, because they wore that cod piece. Have you ever seen a cod piece?
Wasn't this the whole thing that the aristocracy would keep getting bigger and bigger cod pieces?
Yeah.
I think isn't that like in Blackadder or something?
My dick is bigger than yours, is it?
I think it's in Blackadder, but it was a real thing.
Right, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Like you couldn't have a bigger cod piece than the king.
Fuck's sake, meanwhile I'm going to the chip shop going, what's a cod piece? But yeah, apparently they used to do it with shoes as well. Like they would stuff the inside of their shoes with like, maybe that's where that myth perpetuated about the shoes
big feet
and the big feet, big dick.
Because, I was going to say big socks.
Right. Nah, yeah.
That too.
Yeah, I said that to my dad before. I went, you know what they say about men with big feet? And he went, what's that you said? And I went, they have big socks. Like their mummies have to knit them. And he was like...
Good recovery.
Yeah, but they used to stuff them so like they would be really long. I actually learned this recently in Carrickfergus Castle. Have you ever been?
I've been outside it.
You've been outside it?
Yes.
Right, okay. Well,
saw the statue. I was helping a mate of mine film a thing called the Scottish History Tours, and part of it was about
Belfast,
people
Ireland.
in... No, it was part of it was about like the plantations of Ulster. So, yeah, a guy called Bruce Fumey. Check him out on YouTube. He's very, very funny.
The plantation... Because I was reading all that. I actually went around it and read it, even though the kids were tearing place up. It's probably not snotting anymore. But it was really good. Like, it was interesting. It was talking about the shoes and how it showed you, like, the length of it. You know, like a jester's shoe.
Yes.
But they would just do that. They would walk about wearing those because it was like a status symbol. It's like, look at me, I can afford shoes. And look how big they are.
Maybe that was a trend, because a couple of years ago, like, culties, like people where I'm from, would have had, you know, the bootcut jeans and the brown shoes. And they would have been pointy brown shoes, and you could have killed a man from 50 yards away.
What are they for? Kicking the eyes out of snails?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the crack with that? And what's the crack with hipsters and their no socks?
No socks.
Where
Smelly
take,
feet.
We take jeans. I know.
Would you not have those wee socks that you can't see? What do you call those?
Pop socks.
Pop socks. Thank
Grannies
you.
are obsessed with pop socks, aren't they? Like, we grannies love a fucking pop sock.
Just an extra layer.
My granny
under
used
the
to go
tights.
into like Duns and be like, "There's a sale on their pop socks. They're only 10p a packet, so I'm going to get 5 million packets." And you're going, "You're 72. Do we think you're going to get the word out of these?" Do you know what I mean?
Granny, one bad winter, you'll not need them.
I wouldn't even be buying green bananas if I was you. Do you know what I mean? God forgive me, that's terrible.
Fresh loaf, you mad?
That is terrible. Do you know what? I'm not even taking responsibility for that one. My husband,
You said it.
whenever he goes into somebody's house before to do their electric, and he said this old lad was like real fucking old, real old. And whenever I was like, well, I mean, like, how bad was he? And he went, everybody was saying like they're not sure if he, should have been up and about by himself. And I thought he shouldn't be fucking buying any green bananas anyway. That'd be a bit optimistic. And I just thought, that is... So now that's shorthand. That's shorthand in our house for really old. You just be like, green bananas old. Like, don't
risk it.
Don't risk it. You'll never see them ripen.
See, there is also the danger of that. So some people that could be an issue as well. There are certain types of people as well who you think are going to die and they'll live forever.
Oh,
I was convinced my granny was the Highlander for about fucking 10 years when I was younger.
Yeah, every time a celebrity dies, she feels the quickening.
Pretty much.
Yeah, every time she hears the church bells, it's like, oh, I've got another year.
My grandmother was given the last rites in 1974.
What?
And died in 1998.
Fuck me, the priest got a good dinner then, didn't he? What the hell?
Yeah.
Died in 1998.
Yeah.
Good Friday Agreement came in, your granny was like, fuck that.
She was like, peace in Ireland, I'm done.
The war's over, there's no point in me
Peace
going
out,
on.
God.
Yeah.
No. She was also very old. But
yeah, how old was she?
I've had all of my grandparents, bar one, who was a very heavy smoker, live past 90.
Wow.
So 90, 91, 90 and 92.
So your man and dad didn't get any inheritance for a long, long time then, if anything?
My man and dad are from two large Catholic families. There is no inheritance.
I'd be getting old tenor to go out for a pint.
You think so?
Do you know what I mean?
I never asked. I didn't check.
Sean, how dare you?
Is it time for an ad break already?
Musically ejaculate during this scene.
Talking about my dead grandmother, you piece of shit.
I just heard that goes to show you what Sean's listening to on his phone when he's not listening to us. He's like sitting there in a state of ecstasy listening to fiddly oil deedle doily fiddly oil do. That was extremely
No,
harsh.
that was definitely some sort of excellent guitar player, wasn't it? Is that like Thomas Lieb or something?
No, it was actually somebody local.
Oh,
There you
really?
go.
Cormac Crummy.
Cormac Crum, I don't know him. I know Gavin Ferris. He's a little guitar player.
What do you call
He
him?
is indeed.
We're not talking about this. We're not.
Oh, sorry. You don't do music. Sorry.
I do music. I love music. But I just know I was staying with a friend recently and me and her husband were like picking away at the guitar. I can play guitar badly, like, and he was like, you can do it because he's into bluegrass. And so then it got to the stage where I know, he loves belly strings and all, right? And we were sitting playing away and I was making up songs as I went along, as I do, making up wee hillbilly songs. And then we were going, if you do it this way, and he was showing, and then I looked around and my mate was just sitting there absolutely fucking raging because she was like, this was supposed to be a day for me and you to sit and do girly things, and he's appropriated my friend and started talking music and guitars, and now I'm fucked off. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. So now I didn't even do you there. I was like, we're not talking about this. We're not going into the guitar talk. Because whenever you start speaking about music, you could go on all day.
Either way, whether you were talking to the husband or the wife, you were probably still discussing finger. So
I was talking about fingering.
Exactly.
Yeah, to which she is extremely happy.
Good for her.
Yes, most definitely. Fiddly. Is that what it is? Men get to a certain age where they're no longer fingering women. So they're like, may as well get into the guitar now. Put these transferable skills to use.
surely that should be like a graph where obviously when you're a teenager you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, and then what you figured out and then you just stop. That just seems pointless.
Yeah, it does actually.
Keep it up, lads. Keep practicing. Ask the ladies. They will tell you left, right, up, down.
Funnily enough, I was listening. Yes,
Cut your nails for fuck's sake. You know what I
Listen
mean?
to the ladies. Do
Exactly.
listen to the ladies, especially whenever she says, that's my leg. Do you know what I mean? You're about 5 hand widths away from the main point here.
Yeah. Can't tell if you're excited or if the back of your knees
Jimi
sweat.
Hendrix about you.
He would have been unreal fingering like.
Fucking right.
Thank
Never
you.
mind. Bob Dylan, he plays the old harmonica. Yoo-hoo, Elizabeth.
We haven't even got to the dirty word of the week.
We haven't. No.
Fantastic.
Oh my God. But yes, as we were saying, they also have a big hole in them guitars, yeah. So that kind of, that totally makes sense. You were talking about old people there, and it made me think about, you know, the way you get the wee old people and you go, any day now. I hope whenever I die that it's sudden, that it's like, did you hear who died? Like, just God forgive me, because can I just say this on the podcast that I've been experiencing heart pains recently, and I think if I do die that it's probably going to be some like sudden adult death. God forbid, but if it is, I told you so. I actually wasn't just being anxious. Doctors who I can't get in touch with. But
The anti-vaccine people are going to clip this. They'll be like, there's now one young woman fucking...
Oh no, I never got the vaccine.
I did. But let me have the joke though. Don't fact check material.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it doesn't matter whether or not I got the vaccine actually.
Okay.
Because they'll still go, there's an R one.
Good
Do you know what I
recovery.
mean?
Edit that.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, do edit it. I was thinking about do you know like the wee old people and you're like, yeah, any day, and people come over, they come home, like the family all comes home from say fucking London, because that's as far as we go. And it's like they're any day now. And it's, well, she got a second wind. Back next week. And then by the time you die, people are just like, you know? Like the wee nuns. I went to school in St. Dominic's and there was all nuns. There was a convent. Don't know if it's still there, but it is. And they were lovely. They were all right. Like, because normally my ma would say all nuns are bastards, but these ones were all right. And there was a wee nun there and she was a nurse. And you called her... I can't name her, but she was absolutely adorable, and she used to just, she was amazing. But she thought everything was your period. Like, you could have went there with a broken wrist, and she'd go, "Is it your period, love?" You know, and you'd be like, "I broke my wrist trying to put a Tampax in, miss. No, seriously, help me out here."
It's not miss. Sister.
I know. Well, sister. But the wee nuns, I'm certain. I know why they live. Do you know why they live so long? Like they all live to their 100. Fish fingers. See, even if you were walking up to the library, you would always smell. Actually, now I think about it, that does.
So, Bro's not really a friend of mine. He's more of an acquaintance. more of a...
You can smell your codpiece from a mile. No, they eat fish fingers every day. Like, and I think it is the life source of nuns.
Are you sure it's not just fish on a Friday? They're very Catholic.
I know, but I think it was every day. They had just had fish.
Something
Because they didn't know what
very
fucking
fishy
day it
about
was.
I think so. You had... Hang on. So was your whole school like beside a convent? Was there loads of nuns when you were there?
I worked in it before because my dad.
Let me
I
smell
still
your
don't-
fingers.
My dad still,
It's a married man. He hasn't done that.
he does all
Not
the
to
gutters.
mention that they're nuns.
Like he does all the gutters around St. Dominic's.
Got it.
There's not one bit of this is not a dirty joke.
It was one of the jobs I used to hate because it would have happened during the time I would have worked with my daddy during the summer.
Yeah.
And because St. Dominic's obviously so freaking big, you know,
Yeah.
we used to have to get like cherry pickers and all and trains up to do it. But I remember one of the years having to go, like, we were using the convent, one of the rooms in the convent to like keep all our tools and stuff. And it wasn't really in use at this stage. There was a few nuns knocking about. Like they've got a wee like home beside it now.
They're like sequestered in like a little alcove somewhere there.
It's like a wee
The
new
remaining
building.
They're in the West Wing only.
But
Yes.
the old fucking convent, like there was still the odd like nun walking about, but just one or two, right? In this big massive
Plot twist. There weren't any nuns at this stage.
Oh
You
my,
saw
don't even
ghosts.
fucking
Absolutely.
say it.
I'm fine.
No lights on, right? Just like the fucking daylight coming through the odd wee crack in the window, like, and the stained glass.
Sean, this is the start of a fucking horror movie.
It was a horror movie.
And were you walking about your own going, do you hear that foot? That's your echo, you dickhead.
No, my dad.
Is that me?
He's going here. Go and get a bucket of water. try and find a top somewhere, and I'm going through this fucking abandoned.
He just goes into the old chapel and goes to the christening font.
It was the scariest fucking experience.
So we
terrified.
The convent school I went to in Bestbrook, it was really fucking terrifying. So convent up the top, real fucking gothic looking thing. Primary school below it.
They get
And
all the
then
best architecture, those religious.
Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. But whenever there wasn't enough nuns left, they built them a house across the road,
Right.
which has since been sold.
How many's there now? None.
Fucking none of the nuns, because there was only like 3 of them left. So the house that they built for them was then sold,
Right.
and there was seven rooms in it. And so I remember seeing the listing when they were selling it. It was like former nunnery, but it was a brand new building, 20 years old. Former nunnery, 7 rooms, kitchen, and a chapel.
Oh.
And I was like,
Your
somebody
own
needs to
private
open that as a
chapel?
fucking B&B.
Yeah, definitely.
7 rooms en suite, absolutely.
Yeah, the church have a dance club. You go up, get a knee, body of Christ, amen. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be a good bar. Then
they're-
again, most
hang
of the
on.
chapels around here are bars now.
They're nuns, so it'd be no men.
No men, all women.
All women.
Very
But they have-
sapphic affair.
Yes, so they had the thing. So when I was in the school, it was the head teacher was a nun called Sister Finbar. She was from Cork.
Why do they always have boys' names?
No,
What's
they
the
did
crap?
not.
Sister Michael, Sister Finbar?
Yes,
But they were the original. That's not my pronoun.
It's a saint's name. Saint's name.
I get that, but why a male saint?
Well, that was what I was going to say. So she was the main one, and then the lovely one who worked in the nursery was called Sister Bridget.
Aw, Sister
Now, Bridget is obviously a patron saint of Ireland, but all that kind of stuff. But I remember you would have been sent up to, messages, go get that, because we were arranging mass, because you would have been in, they had their own church. It meant you didn't have to walk down the hill.
So you were like, is it the good nun or the bad nun?
Yeah.
Do you know
the,
what I mean?
the best crack is as well, the Convent Hill, as it is called in Bestbrook, had 2 Protestant churches on it, and an RUC station.
Bestbrook does sound
Sorry,
very,
PSNI.
very, very PSNI, yes, politically correct there.
Yeah.
It
was an RUC station when I was in school.
It was an RUC station, wasn't it? It was a rock.
So Bestbrook has 5 churches,
Right.
right? So there's the Catholic Church, which is at the bottom of the Convent Hill. Mm-hmm. There's the Church of Ireland and the Presbyterian Church, which are both on the Convent Hill, across from the Catholic primary school.
Right.
And then on towards the village, you've got the Methodist Church. And then in the woods, because there's only about 12 of them, was the Friends Meeting House, the Quakers, who built the village.
The Quakers do all that, like, nice stuff, don't they? Like charitable affairs.
Yeah, they're also
That's
very
it.
wealthy and used to own all the mills and stuff. So
Any Quakers out there want to sponsor this podcast? I just said something nice about you. There you go.
So if you're a Quaker from, I think Lisburn was the main one. So that was
Did you get your oats?
exactly. I think that's the same guy.
No. Do you use the phrase "get your oats"? Have you heard of the phrase "get your oats"?
Is it something to do with like spreading your wild oats?
Yes.
So
It is.
So get your oats is to spread your wild oats.
Yeah, like to get your hole,
Okay.
right?
Get your oats sounds nicer, doesn't it?
It does.
Although it also sounds like you're feeding a horse.
It does.
Or
But
feeding
then
the
again,
pony.
it could be like hand gesture and everything. There you go.
I said it out loud.
Darren's partner, you're a lucky woman. Feed you, pony.
No, that's
She's like, you're on my leg.
I think I heard that the first time I heard feed the pony was from a guy. It was a mate of mine from Derry, and he was just basically, that was his description. It was just like lots of kissing, bit of foreplay, feed the pony. So
Feed the pony.
It's the mime as well. You have to do the mime.
It took me ages to figure out what that meant, because whenever I was thinking about it, I was like, I have fed ponies before.
You have to hold your hand and just eat the whole apple.
But you hold your hand out and then they just eat whatever it is, and their mouth, the slit goes that way.
Yes.
So I was like, what way are they putting their hand to feed that pony? Did they go with a sideways vagina, girl? Like, what way? And then I was like, oh, right.
Look, I figured it out very, as a young man, it was just much easier to go, all right, I'm going to do this, and you just
Tell me.
tell me.
Do you have sisters?
No.
No? Then, do you know what? Maybe that makes for a better lover. I don't know. Just the fact that, like, you're receptive to input. Like, you tell me
No,
what...
they just know better than I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, you've done the research yourself. You just tell me, all right?
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, but see, whenever I was growing up, like, girls weren't allowed to say that, like, they wanked.
What?
Do you know what I mean? They weren't... No, you didn't...
This is the Catholic school thing.
Nobody said... Like, I hear young ones nowadays openly talking about masturbation, and I was like, whenever I was younger, nobody did that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would have been, you'd have rather died.
Bronagh, this is the Catholic school hangover. It's the shame.
It really is. A-level in guilt, as Billy Connolly would say. Like,
your natural body. Don't be fucking telling people about that.
yeah, don't even touch it to wipe it, right? That's why you have so many smelly Catholics. I'm only joking. Yeah, like just more than 2 wipes and it's a sin. You have to go to confession.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'd like to express myself sexually. No!
Never! Lie there, take it. Don't tell your mommy the priest had you in here. Do you know what I mean? God forgive me.
You are breeding Catalan.
I'm going to be excommunicated. Well, I probably already am.
I was going to say, you not already. I gave back my badge and my gun about 20 years ago.
I'm extremely lapsed.
I was like, I can't do this anymore, lads.
I mean, to be fair, I'm a greedy bastard, so I'll go up for a wafer every now and again if I'm in a service and I feel a wee bit hungry. Do you know what I mean? But aside from that, no, I'm disillusioned with the whole religious ideology.
I sort of slowly declined out where I went less and less. So I just stopped going to the Sunday services, and then I talked my way out of what am I going to Christmas for? That's hypocritical if I don't go the rest of the year. And the only thing that I go to is, do you have Graveyard Sunday up in Belfast?
Yes, we do.
My Graveyard Mass.
Cemetery Sunday.
Cemetery Sunday. So I go to 2 of those a year, and that's it. One in Bestwick, one in the Summon.
Do you do a Cemetery Sunday? I like a wee Cemetery Sunday.
That's a respectful thing, though, for your... Sorry, Protestants, you've had nothing to go for.
But it's a day out, so explain what Cemetery Sunday is.
Cemetery Sunday is usually... I think this year I ended up going out early because I knew all of the people who volunteer in the church are old as fuck and there was chairs to be put out, so I went out and was
You're
like,
a good Jay.
Gay as them. So I was helping out. Cemetery Sunday
It's the comedy circuit paying off. I put chairs out all the time for audiences. Yeah.
So I was putting out the chairs, and then basically what you do Cemetery Sunday, if you don't know, is you rock up and you go to the grave of a relative or a friend or somebody that you cared about, and you will all stand around. We will have a mass outside, usually in summertime, so it's always piss and rain.
Naturally.
Or if it's not piss and rain, it's been invaded by wasps.
Yeah.
Graveyards have a lot of hedges for some reason.
Yeah, they really do, don't they?
Love it. Have that, and then we will all stand around. And then but here's the other thing as well. Now, priests are getting so old and lazy. They won't even walk around anymore. They used to come around in smaller graveyards
and do everybody's the holy water.
Now they tell you to bring a bottle of water with you.
And do it yourself.
So they just bless the water. You're standing there with a bottle of fucking River Rock. Just
BYO.
Yeah. Cheers, Granny.
It's BYO. Bring your own holy water. BYO ho. Meanwhile, I showed up going, here, hold on a minute, she's £50 for half an hour. You tell me you meant water.
Basically the
BYO H2O.
It is. It's the feeler for morning. Oh my God, we need to king capitalise on
the morning
that.
feeler.
Yeah, be like feela.
MOU.
What would we call it then? What's the Irish word for like Bronagh? Bronagh? Sad? Yeah. Sorry? Feeling Bronagh.
It's to Bron or isn't it? Is that what I am sad? Or sadness is upon me? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah. I know, I think that's kind of funny as well because I'm a comedian and like maybe it's just me revolting against the origin of my name. Like, it didn't make you sad, mummy. It didn't.
I think till I met you, the only other person I knew called Bruno was my cousin.
Yeah, it used to be a really rare name. Like, do you know, actually, funnily enough...
Still pretty rare.
Well, it's rare. You're saying rare as in... For anybody that's not from around
Wordplay,
here,
baby. Yeah.
We say rare, like... Nobody really does that anymore. If something's disgusting or it's ugly or it doesn't look nice, we'll say that's rare.
Yes.
You know, like, whereas...
It's rare as in we mean hopefully endangered.
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
Fucking rare. Is it? I hope so.
That's rare. And I hope, hopefully a red flag thing where in a couple of years it'll no longer be around.
Yes.
That's rare. We need to start using that more, or even like changing the meaning. Like if somebody says that's rare, you'd be like, really? Is it worth something?
One of the words you don't use in Belfast, which is I love as well that we're on a show where you have proper dictionary words and we're like, no, here's a word that doesn't really exist.
But I love that. It seems to be a lot of feedback. People like that too.
So there's we use it down around home. It's maybe a very border county thing. I've heard it as far south as Meath.
Right.
Cavan, Monaghan, Armagh, bit of lower down there. Do you use the word cat?
Oh, cat. Like
cat.
Crap.
Cat. Yeah, we would say cat as in not cat, I mean young people.
Like CEAT, like that's cat.
Ours would be like KYET, Kiet.
Yes, you spelled
like
that
KR.
before for me and I was like, we do have that up here, but we would say that's cat.
But in Meath it'd be cat, because they're southern accent.
And it's played out now.
Cat.
People don't really use it anymore up here.
Yeah.
You know, but
we would say it, you know.
Is it an old people thing? Am I an old person?
Meaning like I sympathise with you as well. Like you would go, oh, that's cat. Like, I'm sorry that happened. That's cat. Too bad. Too bad. It's like the 3 eggs. Too bad. Do you know why the slippiness of the mud in the graveyard, by the way? I haven't been able to stop thinking about this because I'm a very morbid person. But do you ever be in the graveyard on a rainy day, Cemetery Sunday, and you think to yourself, why is the ground in here so much more slippy than like mud anywhere else is? It's because of all the nitrates in the soil because of the bodies.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Born slippy.
Born slippy, died slippy.
Excuse me, we're talking about a cemetery. Born Slippy was by the band. Underworld.
Oh yeah, very good. I like that.
Fuck me. If you ever go to a pub quiz, give us 3 a shout.
And I know we might not be able to get any other questions, but the stupid ones that nobody else
What would
knows.
our pub team be called?
Your granny can't cook, but I want to taste her pie. No.
I'm with 97 points.
Just so as I can hear the DJ say that.
There's one similar to that. Oh, my granny can't fight, but you see her box.
I like it.
That'll be Bronagh next time.
Yeah. Fish fingers and nuns.
Quiz all over me. That's a good one.
Quiz all over me. I like it. Have you used that one before?
Yeah, I think I was doing a pub quiz one time. Now, people only do this if you're ever hosting a pub quiz. People will give you a dirty name to see if you'll read it out.
Yes. No, that's it.
I'm a shameless bastard. So I'm like, you think you're gonna embarrass me with this?
Yeah, quiz all over me.
Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. Quiz on my face in 3rd place.
I like it. Quiz on my face in 3rd place. Yeah.
Exactly.
Usually the people that do quiz on your face come first.
Would you not hope that you finish first and then you go, all right, it's your turn?
No, because you need to have.
Like I'm doing it. What do you mean you're going now?
Have you ever experienced it now? Do you know, it's funny because my husband will phone me up and go, have you ever heard of this? And it's almost as though like I have went deeper into the web than he has in terms of like looking at weird phrases and stuff. And he said to me before, did you know that there's a term that's used for whenever you have ejaculated or orgasmed and you're feeling a wee bit sad about yourself? And I went, yeah, post-nut shame. And he was like, what? I went, yeah.
You just hit him with it straight away. I would have went Catholic guilt, but yeah, same idea.
Catholic guilt or post-nut shame, as it's known more widely. And it's like, apparently, like during the refractory period, like because your brain, it's a biochemical thing that whenever you are aroused, you will find things that you don't normally find that you normally would find disgusting, more tolerable.
Like linoleum.
Yeah, like
that kitchen floor.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or like bodily fluids or certain smells and things like that. That if you smelt them in everyday life, you would find a wee bit during the like sexual intercourse. The brain, like obviously, all these chemical changes have to happen in order for you to feel aroused and propagate life on Earth. So you naturally will like blur out other things.
Your brain starts lying to you, basically.
So that's why like some men will say like a standing cock has no conscience. Do you know what I mean? Like they're like, you know, like men that have affairs and stuff because they're thinking with the wee head more than the big head, which I am not justifying at all.
Oh, and is that why the shame comes after then? Because you're like, I've remembered.
The shame comes after because you're like, you know, obviously all those hormones have left your system and you're going, what did I do? That prostitute, but still. Yeah.
Oh no, I've killed again.
Yeah. Yes, post-nut shame. I like it.
Okay.
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity.
That's all you hear.
So that's supposed to be like you're relaxed and you're focused then?
It's like meant to be if like as soon as you not know like you like think more about the world.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have done this.
Get more reflective.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have, not my girlfriend's sister. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of clarity. Yeah. It's kind of like whenever you have a smoke. A friend of mine who smokes, said that he smoked a particularly pungent strain of marijuana one night and he sat down to watch this. It just so happened that he couldn't turn the TV over, but there was this weird fucking...
Just stuck to the couch?
He was stuck to the couch and there was a documentary on and it was basically all about quantum physics, right? And, you know, the most fucking mad brand of, like... science and you know, and he said like it was professors talking and I understood every single word of it, and then I got up to get myself some chocolate and I sat down and forgot it all. Like that sort of clarity that you can like and then you'll forget it all again. You know. Do you want to hear the word of the week?
Yes please.
May as well get to it since
sorry, we've been on for about 45 minutes.
No, I like it. Go for it.
Cachinnate, 2 N's. Could be trickery.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
Cachinnate.
My Jella Lawson there.
Cachinnate.
I'm just
Ultranate, because you're free.
or it's Cachinnate. Two N's.
You're nearly there. You're nearly there. Cack.
So it's not cash.
So it's a hard C.
Okay,
Is it
cack.
Cachinnate?
Cack is another word for shite.
Cack.
Tell me. Cack. I've guessed it's 4 times.
Do you want to have a go?
Cachinnate?
You're nearly there. It's Cachinnate.
Cachinnate.
Yeah. Cachinnate.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was like Cachinnate. I was like, this
He
is
wants to have his
right. So
cachinnate.
the division of the things is there.
Yeah.
I was like, where's the syllables?
Cachinnate it is from now
Cachinnate,
on. Everyone
okay.
just cachinnate.
No, I was cash because I was thinking of cache.
That's the way I would have pronounced
Yeah.
it until.
It says he
Good.
wants to have his cack and eat it.
He wants to have his cachinnate.
This is why dictionaries have to be, where they'll be like, there's the syllables.
I know, isn't it weird the way you understand it? You know those wee phonetic spellings and like they put things like letters upside down and you go, I know what they mean by that.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, you say the A a bit back and front.
So it's not cash, it's cack.
It's cachinnate.
It's where the syllables end, you see, because I was like, cack, yeah, because I'm cache. Cachinnate. Cachinnate.
And I'll give you a clue as to what it means, okay?
Cachinnate. Okay, clue me up. Oh, is it your fucking awful laugh?
Yeah, it is. To laugh loudly.
Brilliant.
It is to laugh. And I actually thought cackle.
Yeah, but like a fancier version.
Yes, like the witch cachinated in her cacts.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
It actually sounds like she cachinated. Did she? I think there's tablet you can take for that these days.
How well she may go and clean herself up.
Most
Cachinnate.
definitely. I'm gonna give you. I actually found this funny because there was like, you know, whenever you get the wee descriptions
Yes.
for things, and here it is. You can see I'm very organised.
Yeah.
Very.
You need one of them wee bits
go.
of fucking string in the middle of it to be like,
Yeah,
it's that
just
bitch.
to go a bookmark. Right.
I was thinking back to the fucking Catholicism thing.
Oh, yes.
It's that week.
We
It's
should
that week.
actually do that and just have
Get a wee
like,
Roman missile.
today's lecture shall be on. Why does priests speak like that? Like, do you know what I was thinking about?
Taught in seminary.
I ruminate upon this now and again. If they're so determined, do you like that? If they're so determined to get us all to come back to the Catholic Church, why is it so fucking boring? Like, see, if it was interesting, like if the even sounded like they cared about what the. Do you ever go in? They're like, it sounds like they're half dead, like waiting to die, and they're and a reading from the book of Genesis.
I would like
Do
a
you
bit
ever
of
have
that.
any singing ones?
Oh,
The ones
Yeah.
that like sung every word. Of
That doesn't speed anything up.
yes, that's a high mass. Yeah.
It was like he turned to his apostles and he said,
Yeah.
"Take this, all of you, and eat
Eat
from
it.
it."
This is my blood, which will be given up for you.
Now, see, if they could do that. Here, have you ever seen those like Southern Baptist churches?
Yeah.
Where they have like a full band? Give me a
Yeah.
bit of that.
Oh yeah, give us
Yes,
a bit of
Full
that.
choir,
That would
full
get me
band.
back in.
Yeah,
Totally.
I mean, clapping
See,
hands.
if it was
having a
interesting,
dance.
I'd be like, praise Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
exactly.
do. I love Jesus and all that. But see, the idea of sitting there going, even Jesus hates you. Do you know what I mean? God forgive me. No, it's terrible. But like, you know, you're going like, God would be looking, going, it's like being 80 and looking and going, is this my birthday party now? Like, seriously.
Well, this is there, isn't it?
Fuck that, I might as well just shuffle off this mortal coil.
Yeah.
So, cachinnate is to laugh loudly. To laugh loudly or unrestrainedly.
Very nice.
Right? So, to decachinnate.
Is that what it will keep you up at night?
So, it won't keep me up at night. That's brilliant.
Right.
I've heard you're always up at night, so according to your missus.
Today, Cachinnate.
To decachinnate is to laugh at or deride someone.
Pronounce that word properly because that sounds wrong with your accent.
Deride.
Not to ride. To deride.
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 To deride.
Yeah.
Deride someone is something you can't do. Once she's pregnant, you can't deride.
No,
her.
I was going to say because
Dublin accent.
yeah, deroid.
Roid.
Deride.
Yeah, but that's using the sentence is I was out on Friday and I got deroid.
Yeah, I got deride.
That's different. To deride somebody is Yeah.
To deride somebody is to go, I didn't do it.
Yeah. No, there's no deriding.
He's talking shit.
Yeah.
He's
Don't
talking-
hear everything you hear.
It's
Don't believe everything.
the spelling is the same, pronunciation and meaning very differently.
I believe I was a malapropism.
Malapropism. Yes, it was a malapropism.
Nice callback.
Yes, I know exactly.
Yes.
See what we're doing. We are learning.
Go watch whatever episode that was on.
Yes, malapropism. Here you can show us your malaprop to deride somebody. So yeah, if you're decacinating somebody, so it said like yes, here.
Example of
So
sentence.
example, chuckled, guffawed, chortled, and cacinated my way through the book.
Very good.
Right?
Okay.
Or in Westie speak, I'll sit me and my dad will go, Sadie, I roared and I tittered and I laughed to tell you it was a gag. Do you know what I mean? So to roar, to titter, and to laugh. And that is the Book of Bronagh. Thank you. What? All rise.
So this, I mean, cachinnate would be in your thesaurus or your thesaurus. You open that and laugh, and there must just be fucking 87 words.
87. Yeah, all the
Cackle,
different...
titter,
Cackle.
cacinated,
Oh, word off. Words for laugh.
Words for laugh.
Yeah.
Well, you what are the ones you use? Roared,
Roared, tittered,
tittered,
laughed,
laughed. The usual one.
giggled,
Cacinated,
snorted,
cackled.
Patience.
See, is that?
paced myself, laughing, wheezed.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, creasing. Like whenever you're creasing at something. Well, I got that from the Londoners, the London family. They'll say,
Creasing.
I'm creasing.
People do that. What's the other one? Tears were tripping me.
Oh, mama, the tears were tripping me. I was laughing.
That sounds bad though.
What's the crack with us doing this thing, though? It's a very Irish thing, I think. Where apparently now, I was reading a while back actually about the fact that, like, it would have been, especially for farmers, bad luck. You wouldn't have laughed out loud because have you ever heard the phrase, for all less laughter, there's going to be tears? Do you know what I mean? Like, we are constantly, like, afraid to laugh too hard because, you know, for all less laughter, we're going to have to pay it back in tears. Like, there's going to be sadness, right? And I just think that's something that permeates throughout our thinking as a people. We're like, oh, you needn't be too happy, but because you don't know what comes around the corner. Do you know what I mean? You're laughing now, but wait do you see? Or like, you'll go, I just saw her the other day, like, and she was laughing her head off. And then what do you know? Her granny finally died the next day, you know. And she was dead happy too the day before. You wouldn't have thought her granny was about to die. Do you know what I mean? Like, we love to do those comparisons.
Do you think maybe years and years ago, before we even realised that Irish people invented karma?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Karma chameleon. I think that's why.
You're like, are you enjoying yourself? Yeah, well, you'll get yours.
Aye, what do you say? Oh, you're laughing now. You'll not be like my man. You'll not be fucking laughing when I get you home.
Or everybody, try this instead. See when you're laughing and you're enjoying yourself, really relish it because...
Yeah.
Fuck
And just
it.
go. But
I
even
don't
then,
think something bad's going to happen because bad things will happen to you.
But
So fucking enjoy the good when they get
it's
them.
not even. It's some sort of fucked up karma because karma's supposed to be what you give is what you get returned. So if
Yes.
you give laughter, you should get laughter. Do you know what I mean? But we're like, oh, she's laughing now. Maybe you see she doesn't realise. Do you know what I mean? Like our husband's fucking doing this on her. Or, you know, we're sinister kind of wee people. Do you know what I mean? Like we'll not sort of tell you. There was a point to this. There actually was a point to this. Yes, you were saying about karma and we have this sick sort of like sense of equilibrium, and I think that's why to this day I think that those wee things are why I have OCD. Like I'm riddled with it.
Okay.
Right now it's under control. I've been to a therapist and I take medication, but see that touch wood, right? Oh, touch wood, praise God. Like, oh, here, touch wood. Make sure you touch wood. Do you ever see people that go, touch fucking wood? Touch wood. You just said that there.
So
you
this
know?
all-
See those wee things? That eventually gets you to be 15 years of age, standing in your ma's living room, flicking a light switch on and off, because if you don't do it in sets of 22 times, your ma's going to fucking die.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Do
yes.
you do this too?
See if I go down the road in the car and I see a yellow car and there's nobody else in the car, I have to hit myself.
Oh,
Oh,
yellow
because-
car, no return.
Because I go, that somebody will fucking die if I don't like hit myself. Here. Or like, no, if I, walking, when I used to walk home from school, walking through fucking
Lampposts.
The fucking signs. No, you couldn't walk through them on leg or something.
Yeah.
So don't split the lamppost.
I see. Can I
Right.
say?
Don't split the lamppost.
I have two examples of this. So this was with your friends. Now, whatever way we're teaching people this, when you be walking home from school, if you split the lamppost, somebody will hit you a kick. And the other one was if you walked on, the fire hydrant, it says FH.
Yeah.
That meant free hit. Somebody hit you about.
Oh, see,
So
those
as
things
an
can
adult,
be...
I'm walking
still
and I go,
doing
"Ugh."
I do.
There's nobody with me.
You're just doing it by yourself in case somebody kicks you.
Exactly.
I did it the last time I ever consciously split a lamppost. Okay, and just in case anybody hasn't got the message, it used to be like if you're walking beside somebody down the street, it was much more sinister, I think, for me, because if you're walking down the street and you're with someone and both of you walk either side of the lamppost, and then just meet up again, it used to be like a harbinger for like bad luck, or like one of you could die. Right? So you always used to go, oh, lamppost, and you would go around with your friend instead of splitting in half. Do you know what I mean? And the last time I ever did this, I think I was about 17. And I was walking, we're going to Lady Dixon, me and my cousin Steph, and we were walking down the road, down the fucking Lisburn Road or something. And there was a really small gap between the lamppost and the shop, and our staff went to walk just through, and I actually walked back and do-si-doed the lamppost, like followed her around, and she just looked at me and went, will you fucking catch yourself on? You look like a nut. And I went, duly noted. Like, but she really made me feel like, she made me understand how crazy, like if you'd have seen me in a CCTV and went, something wrong with her. You know what I mean? And then I went, she is right, and I haven't done it since, so thank you. Actually, I haven't split a lamppost.
So
I have
she
split
made
a
you
lamppost.
stop doing it.
She made me stop doing
We
it.
are very tight in with this.
But because she just...
And she didn't cachinnate at you?
Because it felt so ridiculous. No, if she had a cachinnate, it would have been alright. I'd have went, we're both so silly together. But it was the fact that, like, as I barged past her to wedge myself in up the side of a lamppost, she just looked at me like, I don't even want to be seen with you.
Go to the fucking park on your own.
I swear to God, I think she actually was ready to leave me. That was the same day that I walked past a bush in the park, in Lady Dixon Park. I went, smell that bush. It smells like cum. What the fuck?
Bronagh, remember we talked about things you should think and things you should say? And they're two different things. We talk about this off camera.
Yeah.
Thoughts enter, but they don't always have to leave
You
that
don't
way.
always have And that was what she said to me the day that I walked past that bush and went, that bush smells like cum. But it had, right, and it's a well-known thing now amongst myself. Amongst yourself?
You and all your other fucking
Personalities.
Me and all the people in my head think the same thing, right?
It's the town hall meeting we've decided. Really doesn't know what's going on. Like, right.
I am the
I get
craziest
you out this
bastard.
woman too.
Yeah, town hall, I'm the class clown and everything, but town jester. But yeah, there's a bush in Lady Dixon. Tell me if anybody's watching this. And I walked past this bush, right? And it was really pungent smell. And it was raking. And it was almost like a bleachy smell. And the only thing that I could equate it with in my mind at the time was, I was like, that bush smells like sperm.
See whoever that man is that you know that made that smell. Maybe phone him and tell him to go get a wee check.
Yeah, or maybe just stop shagging in the bushes in Lady Dixon Park. Yeah, totally. But it does. Do you know what? Years and years later, I went back to it to sniff the bush.
That's a fucking children's novel.
No, it's not. Maybe for the Catholic Church, but not for...
I would always return to the bush.
So, ladies and gentlemen, watching this.
The burning bush. You should go to the Goblin Clinic. All right, I'm so sorry. Do you want to hear the dirty word of the week?
I do. I just wanted to say, though, for anybody watching this or listening to this, and if you're still with us, thank you.
Yeah.
The reason I do comedy is because these people make me feel more normal. So
Yeah. Thank you, Darren. That's a compliment in some way.
Malapropism, episode 13, featuring Darren Matthews.
there you
Yes, episode 13.
go. Go back and listen to that after you've listened to.
Tell me what malapropism means.
Malapropism is the incorrect use of a word or meaning.
Bing! Top star.
GCSE English B.
Yeah, but malapropism, it's a good, yeah. It's some usually reverting like the first letter of each word.
Yeah, or making a balls move when you're trying to pronounce it.
Ballsing up. Yeah, ballsing up. Getting tongue dizzy.
Point of evidence explained fucking 13 minutes ago when I tried to say nothing.
You tried to say, what was it? Oh, and then that day that I said one does the coming and one does the going, I meant to say that, but it was like one does the go.
Yeah, that clip. Yeah. But it's funny that you just get mixed up and you just go with it.
I just go with it as if, yeah, you know what I mean.
What's great about podcasting as well is if you were recording a band or recording a speech or somebody reading like an audiobook, if you made a stumble, you go edit that out, and this you're just like leave that in. That's a fucking disaster.
It's hilariously ridiculous. Yeah, just leave it in. Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Focus.
Sorry. Yes.
Apologies.
Right.
Dirty
I know
word.
you asked me for the Darren's words were make the dirty word of the week really dirty, and to be fair, I was like,
we set the tone well earlier in the episode.
Set the tone well for the Patreon. We're going to do like a dirty word, like real dirty, Urban Dictionary dirty word. So that'll be fun.
Oh, cool.
But
do dirty word countdown.
Dirty word.
Can you find
countdown? Yeah. Can you? Sorry, force habit.
Yeah. 3 from the top and 7 up your bottom.
Yes. So I chose 2 words that I love because they are dirty words, but they're ways that you can say them.
Okay.
You can use these. I'm trying to give you dirty words that you can use every day and not be accused of being vulgar.
Yeah, because they don't sound like dirty words. They're very well educated dirty words.
Yeah.
They're not actually dirty words. They're proper grammatical.
So there's 2. One is what I would consider to be the opposite side of the other.
Okay.
So phallic.
Phallic is things that look like a penis.
Look like a penis. Yeah.
Penis-shaped objects.
Yes. So like Greek phallus, penis. So I love to be able to look at things like, you know, the way you can see examples in like architecture. You go, yeah, the Lincoln Memorial, extremely phallic. Like he just wanted a big dick in his name, you know. But the opposite, well, the female version of phallic, which people don't normally know, is yonic.
Okay.
Right? So it comes from like, it's like Sanskrit. Yoni is like the female genitalia. So if you see something that's particularly, you know, like oyster shells, things like that, you can go,
okay,
oh, that's particularly yonic. Or if you want to, if more, I would say sapphic, because whenever you see things that are like really vagina-y, and you think sort of, that's a bit sapphic, you know, because you feel it's lesbian. It's more associated with lesbianism, sapphic.
Does sapphic look directly like a vagina, and yonic is more like a shape, as in like phallic yonic?
Sapphic is usually used in terms of like whenever you're describing something that's lesbian, so you'll say sapphic. But yonic, yonic is more like you'll go, what's she eating? That looks a bit yonic. You know,
like a taco.
Like a taco.
Like, that's quite a sapphic looking plaid jacket.
Yeah, sapphic. I love it. Yeah, like he looks sapphic. Yeah, go on away, sapphic Sam. Or like, did you just say I get it now? I actually get it. The plaid jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We sent my lesbian friend, a wee video the other day for a laugh that was it was made by this lesbian creator on Instagram, and she was like, all us lesbians, now that it's autumn, she's putting away like her wee cap and her wee shorts and her wee like shoes that she wears, and like she's taking out her plaid jacket and her wee monkey hat, and she was like, the time, and her Doc Marten boots, and she's like, the time has arrived. And my mate sent it to my other friend who's a lesbian, and she was like, I feel triggered. Like, stop it.
Spoiler alert, also how I dress, and I'm a culture.
Yeah. Culture.
We call it check, not plaid, but alright.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Check.
Oh, check, yeah.
Not the country, just
and a good shacket. You just love a good shacket.
Yeah, I've a couple. I got bought jackets for Christmas. They're a bit itchy, because I wear a lot of t-shirts. So when you put them on, you're like, it's a bit woolly on the arms. That like.
Is it? Yeah, but you're
It's a bit iron jumper about the whole thing.
Yeah, iron jumpers. Yeah, iron jumpers are a wee bit of a nightmare.
Neither phallic nor yonic. Just shit we sell Americans.
You cannot, yeah, totally. You can't associate
Bag an iron jumper in Belfast.
It's
It's named after the islands it's from in the West Coast. Shut your mouth, we're selling these.
Shh, it's the Titanic.
These are £200 a go.
Yeah, people wore these to keep warm on the Titanic. Do you know what I mean? It fucking used the Titanic
fucking work.
as a selling point for everything.
That would actually just absorb water and dry.
It actually would, yeah.
It's very heavy jumper.
Or you could start bloating in it. But here, tell me this. So, yonic, what do you consider to be something that looks yonic?
Something that looks yonic. So is yonic the actual vaginal in appearance, or is it just the shape of the opposite of the phallic?
It can be anything, any of those, but usually it's vaginal in appearance. If something looks
well, then probably all the
fanny-ish.
stuff that would be used as like derogatory terms for the lady parts. So, tacos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right enough, because
Kebabs.
the things that look are often used as words. Kebab.
Yeah, they're open in the shape.
Yeah. Do you know what I saw?
Who made parcel?
Your meat parcel. Is that not a manny thing? Like you get
Don't
sausages
ever
and-
say that to a woman ever. She will cut your throat.
Meat parcel.
As opposed to kebab.
Yeah, gives a wee feel of your meat parcel. Where did it go?
Stuff full of meat and sauce. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Or what else is sort of
What's yonic? Did you get an example?
yonic? What is it?
Drapes.
Drapes. Oh, your meat curtains.
Oh, like
I've
drapes
heard
matching
them
the curtain,
called.
or what do you call it? Drapes match the carpet. That
Carpet
idea.
matches.
But
Apparently,
it's just like the wavy.
people's pubic hair is the same colour as their eyebrows. Would you say that's true?
No, it's not, because my pubes are not blonde.
Are they not?
No.
Have you got dark pubes?
Red hair.
Red hair. Oh, so they're that colour?
Fanta pants.
Oh, I see.
Is that
What
how people
about
match it up? It's supposed to be your eyebrows.
It's supposed to be like her, but then again, you wouldn't know now because all the women dye their eyebrows, myself included.
Oh,
But,
Jesus.
yeah, like dark. I
House of lies.
tint mine, yes.
What's going on here?
I love nail tint. Can't be bad yet, like nail tint.
No, taint.
Tint. Yes, your Stinker's Bridge. No, not that. Your taint is also known as the Stinker's Bridge, reverting to episode whatever it was with Ian Thompson. And do you know that this is known as your anatomical snuff box?
Is that why people snort cocaine out of it?
That's
Is it
exactly
snuff
what I
box? Used to be-
said, yeah.
Is that what it's for? Is that why people put the stuff there? Because, snuff used to be a thing you put on your hand, but it was like a tobacco, was it?
Yeah. It was like a tobacco.
Okay.
And this is known as your anatomical snuff box. So, okay, you big Yanni.
So, actually, yoni is Sanskrit. That's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a really...
It's also still used
back in the past kind of
There'll
thing.
be like sometimes like Indian people would still recognize that because it's in a lot of Hindu languages. It's still yoni is your fanny.
So, yoni's your bits. And
Do you remember
yonic is
whenever
shape.
Sif used to be called Jeff?
Yes.
And they had to change it because apparently it means something dirty in like a different language. What did it mean? Why
Also, they
was-
can't sell it in certain countries.
I remember the advertisement to tell us that they were rebranding, that it was being changed, was all just people's reactions to hearing the name of the product in different countries. And they were all like, can't say that. And it was like, so, Jif is now Sif because we want to sell it to other mugs. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, did you
Pardon
not
me.
remember
I
that?
know things rebrand, but I wasn't sure that was why.
Yeah, apparently Jif means something dirty. Can you Google
Research?
it and find out? Let's find out what it means.
Jeff was I wonder, is it yonic? So yonic stuff. So yeah, basically, yeah. And so any derogatory term probably for a lady's region would be yonic then, if that's examples we're given.
Yeah, yonic. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, whenever you see something, an example, and instead of saying
Comment under the video any yonic examples.
any yonic, give us examples of something that looks
Yonic,
yonic,
that's yonic.
if you can, please. Yeah. But I think it sounds quite nice. Well, yawn, actually. A hippo's yawn, I've heard it described that.
I once had a friend of mine who's a gay man that says to a gay man the vagina looks like the mouth of the predator.
Oh my God. No, my husband actually, his dad once, we'll leave it with this story, that his dad had this caviar before he was given like a particularly expensive caviar that he didn't intend to eat. He made all the kids tried it and they were like, no, don't like it.
Fishy, yeah.
And his friend came round to the house who was gay. And I'm only telling you this because of the the way that this happened. He was like, that the gay friend came around and he was talking about how like he likes to fancy himself as a bit of like enjoyer of nice things, the finer things in life.
Yeah. He's got disposable income, doesn't have kids.
Yeah, exactly. And he said to him, like, would you like to try it? I think you'd like this. It's caviar, And he was going, what is it? And he was going, just all the rich people eat it. It's caviar. You should try it, And he went, all right, okay, yeah. I like a bit of champagne and all. And they gave him it, and apparently he would like put it in his mouth, and you could see his face. He was trying to make it out like, I could get used to this. And he went, do you not want it? No. And his dad said, no. Just the thought of a fish squeezing all those eggs out of a mooey, it just... And apparently he just barfed, projectile vomited all over the kitchen. And he was like, I don't even like regular vaginas, let alone fish's vaginas. And now, from he told me that story, I was like, I love the word mooey.
Mooey?
Yeah, you wee mooey. You fucking cow's lick.
Shit.
Yeah. So
I know that's different. I was going to say when I was in Thailand, I was in Koh Sib Mooey, but that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Different thing.
Yeah, that you have to pay for that. That's called the happy ending.
Yeah. Great master.
I've done my research here.
Right, go.
Why did Jeff rebrand the Sif?
So I can't actually find anything dirty about it.
I'm fucking raging.
I know it's
I think it's supposed to be
I'm so looking forward to this.
It's supposed to be ejaculate.
Right. Could be that. What the official thing says is that when it was first launched, each territory had its own like a different letter at the start of it, because it depended on how that country pronounced it, and how easy it would be to pronounce.
Yeah.
So, for example, it was called Sif in France because it was easy to say Sif, but it would have been hard for them to say Jif.
Oh, okay.
And in the likes of Germany and Canada, it was called Vis. Actually, Vis in Germany and Vim in Canada. So at the end, they ended up just changing all the Sif.
Wow.
Right, so it's the same product, just different names everywhere else.
Yeah, but it was just to match like the
pronunciation.
That
is exactly the same.
If anyone else can remember the advertisement, it went about for a wee while. Of people like laughing in supermarkets, picking up the GIF and going, "Oh, I can't say that out loud." Do you know what I mean? Like in their language. So it must be.
No, it's not that.
I think it means cum, because whenever I researched it, there was like lubes and stuff that were called GIF. So I was like, maybe that's what.
Do not go looking for lube under your kitchen sink.
I hope this has been another highly informative episode of Word Up. Today's words were cachinnate and yonic. Thank you very much.
Wait. We made them sit this whole time.
Yes.
You want to see the post?
You want to see the guest of honor?
Can I say? I think I'm in love with your dog.
Who, Bales?
Yeah,
he's chill, isn't he?
He is so cute.
Thank you so much for hanging about for this, but you're gonna see he's sleeping on the floor here because he's an old man.
Wow.
He has the facial expressions of Jay now.
He does actually.
Everybody, this
we should see. Look at him.
So this is the post-surgery pup.
Isn't he good? Why do we talk to dogs? He's like your wee babies, but I can't tell.
No more.